we see like this whole rise of the experience-led organization, where 20 years ago was like done at the project level at best. And then experience over time with the agile transformations and the digital transformations used to be captured at the product level. And now we're understanding like experience is not how the product is experienced, but it's like the customer experience that matters. And our products, our service, our campaigns, our content, our operational efficiencies, like everything adds up to that experience. So, how do we capture that? And that's why customer journeys are now the next level that a company is using to align on that. Just to put it a little bit in picture, like if you ask one of those kids that by analogy you talked about, but I think more organizations where it's a lot of fragmented landscape, this is what a customer journey looks like. If you ask them like what is it, what, just give me one customer journey. I go, yeah, okay, so maybe there is something here in the whiteboard, or we have a spreadsheet and here's the data that underpins it. It's in Quix or a Tableau dashboard. Like literally, like people have one journey lives in 20 different places. And everyone thinks differently about it. And the best analogy I have for this is the blind monk parable. I don't know if you know this. Like there's six blind monks and they're all touching a part of the elephant. One thinks it's a field of hair. The other one thinks it's a trunk of a tree. They're all figuring out parts of it, which is true for our CX, our product, our service, our marketing, our operations, our enablement organizations. Each of them is understanding the customer experience or the customer journey from different parts. So that is like where people are coming from. But what we are now seeing is companies, and these are a few of the companies that we have the pleasure to work with, just to put it also in perspective. We are at the forefront of this entire like evolution of what's going on right now. It's sometimes it even feels like a revolution. Everyone is figuring this out. Whether you talk to a Lego, an NCR, an IBM, or an Atlassian, like they want to put the customer journey at the heart of their operation and organize around this. And that is actually what we are now seeing unfold and where we are doing that. Now, before I go into the product, I'll give you two mental models how we are thinking about journey management and how we got to this. So the first one is actually the triple diamond, right? You hate it or you love it. Anyone who is in the hated camp, anyone who's in the love it camp today, can put it in the comments here. I'd love to see it. If there's one backbone for service design, it's often design thinking. Double diamond, converging and diverging workflows go from the business goal to the problem statement, go from the problem statement to a validated solution. So we took that, but we also want to align with delivery because before we did TheyDo, before we started the product company, we were a high-end consulting firm. You would hire to make your teams customer centric. And we struggle with this a lot. We struggle with, okay, we do the design thinking workflows. We're teaching people how to be design thinkers. We're enabling everyone to work and act as a service designer, basically. How to research, how to interview people, how to validate prototypes, how to design shitty prototypes, like all the crazy stuff, and how to design journeys and how to use journeys in your work. But we always got to the validated solutions. And then at best, we got budget greenlighted. But most of the times, it was like, yeah, let's put it on a roadmap. Let's put it on a backlog and let's figure it out later. So you want to bring that solution delivery in line with your design thinking, service design methodology and connect the dots across them to really make this work. And we also all know that this is not like this beautiful linear process that you go converge, diverge, converge, diverge. It's really hard to do this at scale because multiple teams will work at different intervals in different parts of this whole like process. Anyway, we adopted this one as one of the key backbones to how we're thinking about it, but we compartmentalize, and this is the second mental model before we go into data that's useful, into the building blocks. Because if you break down a customer journey map, a service blueprint, but also think about like the stages of the innovation workflow, the triple diamond workflow, the design thinking workflow, you always have your business goals. Then you go into your insights, your customer research, your interviews, figuring out what your customers truly need and understanding what your personas are. And you want to mix and match and map that all back to your journey to get to opportunities or the problem statement in design thinking, if you will. And then look at the metrics that underpin the outcomes that you want to have. And then go into solutions and link your roadmaps and make sure that everyone can participate in the delivery of that service. So these are the building blocks we created to compartmentalize journey management and to give service designers, product managers, and maybe even designers at large a system to build a journey management framework, a journey management system for their organizations. So that's a little bit of the primer, like two mental models. So splitting them into building blocks, creating a system of databases, of repositories, and then using the entire innovation workflow. We use the triple diamond to bring it all together, to go from insight to implementation against your business goals, but do it in a customer centric way. So that is how we're thinking about layering this on to journey management. But we have to start with journeys.